Former Director of the State Intelligence Service Derana was cross-examined today at the proceedings of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry probing the Easter Sunday terror attacks by President's Counsel Shamil Pereira, who represents Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith. He asked the witness whether he would accept it if another witness had testified before the Commission, saying that he did not inform the National Security Council that Zahran Hashim is a terrorist. The former SIS Director replied that he did not use the word terrorist, but did inform the Security Council that Zahran has IS ideologies and that he is motivating followers. The President's Counsel then asked the witness whether former President Maithripala Sirisena ordered the arrest of Zahran during the National Security Council meeting held in January of 2019. In response, Jayawardena said that an order wasn't issued by the former president to arrest Zahran, but he did ask as to why he hadn't been arrested yet when Zahran was mentioned. The witness added that in any case, by then Pujit Jayasundara was not in the Security Council and that Hemasiri Fernando and Ravi Seniviratne were the ones there. The President's Counsel asked the former director of SIS whether the Security Council was aware that Zahran Hashim had conducted 7 training camps at various locations in the country and operated 2 centres where he conducted workshops. Jayawardena replied that as the State Intelligence Service, they knew about the Blackpool training camp in Nuwara and the SIS did not have information on other training camps. As such, he added that officers were not deployed for surveillance duties. The President's Counsel representing the Cardinal then asked Jayawardena as to why the forewarning given by a foreign intelligence agency on the 4th of April was not mentioned in the intelligence documents forwarded to the then IGP on the 18th and 19th of April. The witness replied, quote, "I will respond with an example. We receive information that Simeon is set to commit a crime on a particular date at a particular time. We also come to know that Simeon has also bought a gun for the purpose. When acting on the matter, attention is not initially given to find where he got the gun from or where the crime will be committed. Instead, we target Simeon, who is the criminal. Like that, Zahran's name is mentioned in the 4th of April piece of information. I have included that name on the intelligence documents of 18th and 19th of April. We had been saying since 2017 to render Zahran inactive. Besides, by the 11th of April, around 10,000 persons may have been aware of the April 4th forewarning given by a foreign intelligence agency." Unquote. That remark prompted the chairman of the commission to ask Jayawardena, quote, "You made a serious statement. Did you make it with responsibility, since you said that by the 11th of April, around 10,000 persons were aware of the April 4th forewarning?" Unquote. To that, Jayawardena responded, quote, "I made the statement with responsibility. Former IGP Pujit Jayasundara told the Commission recently that when I sent the April 4th forewarning to him on the 9th of April, he sent it to the Police Special Task Force. As far as I know, there are around 5,000 STF personnel across the country." Next, he says that this information was given to the VIP Security Division. If we allocate 2 personal security officers per parliamentarian, around 450 personal security officers should be aware of this information. Some ministers have 7 to 10 personal security officers. That means around 800 personal security officers should have been aware of this, but all 225 parliamentarians say that they were unaware of it. If such a piece of information comes to one of my personal security officers, I'm not spared from it. Then it is said that the foreign intelligence was sent to the senior DIG in charge of the Western Province. That means around 8,000 police officers in the Western Province should be aware of this. Then the embassy asks from me on the morning of the 20th whether it is the same piece of information sent before. That means even the embassy had been aware of this. When that is the case, even Zahran might have been aware of it, despite it being intelligence sent by a foreign agency in confidence. When adding all of them together, around 15,000 persons, let alone 10,000, should have been aware of this intelligence. Former Director of the State Intelligence Service Nilantha Jayawardena further said, quote, "Now everyone is trying to pin the blame on me, saying that I did not take the April 4th foreign intelligence for discussion at the Intelligence Coordination meeting held on the 9th of April. I made the National Intelligence Chief aware of this piece of intelligence on the 7th of April. When one of the documents he sent to me mentioned that Rashad Badiuddin's brother had helped Zahran flee to India, I told him that this will become a political issue. A year later, that too has become a reality." I came to know while listening to testimonies at the Commission that then Defence Secretary Hemisri Fernando had told National Intelligence Chief Cicero Mendes to ask me to take this information for discussion during the meeting on the 9th. Had I been told that, it would not have been difficult to take it up for discussion. But the National Intelligence Chief did not inform me of such. I don't have powers to read minds. As such, if I am to take the responsibility over failing to prevent the attack, I will only bear it until the 7th of April when the piece of information was with me." Unquote. Then the President's Counsel representing the Cardinal asked the witness whether he is attempting to wash his hands off by saying that information was sent to responsible sections. In reply, Jayawardena said, quote, "I'm not pointing the finger at anyone. I'm not pointing the finger saying that the former IGP and the Defence Secretary are wrong. I don't have the right to say that. I'm not washing my hands off. But this Commission and the subsequent legal process will determine whether I'm wrong, who's wrong, whether I should be punished or go to prison." Unquote.
Lever Ayush Karabu Neti Dantalepaya Shaktimat Datti Palakata